Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, August 15th, and today we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, Nvidia, Misty, SMCY, PLTY, and this, that, the other thing, all that jazz, right? YouTube volume is good. Thank you, Eric. Hopefully the volume on X is good as well. Again, we are live streaming bright and early, 6 a.m. On YouTube and X. Thank you all for being here. If you have questions, typically, we'll go over any questions at the end. If you ask them and I see it, maybe I'll bring it up if it's relative to the coverage. But again, you always have to keep in mind people watching this after. They typically just want to see the coverage and not the yip yap. So we'll do most of the yip yap at the end. All right. Thank you for confirming, Alexander, the volume on X. All right. So before we get into the trades, someone asked me the other day, can you show us the YieldMax intraday trade download, what all of it means? Because as most of you know, I do the download and I format it, and make it look all pretty and all that. But most of you don't see it that way. When you download it yourself, this is what it looks like, right? This is what it looks like. So again, I just went to any fund, I hit intraday download, and this is what comes up, which, by the way, this never used to work. The intraday download would stop working the day after. It would actually only work for the previous day. So this is an upgrade. I didn't even know this works now. But anyway, so you'll see 8/14. Okay, so that's the date of the trade. So obviously that was yesterday's date since today's August 15th. It'll show you the fund that they're trading. Obviously, that's the ticker of the ETF that they're trading. And then it's the, the ticker essentially of the underlying and then the options trade information. So really, and it might be a little hard to see visually here, but actually I could zoom. Oh, cool. All right. Hopefully that's better. So yeah, it's the underlying ticker. It's year, it's month, day, and then it's C or P, call or put. And then it's a bunch of zeros until it reaches the strike price. And then in this example, the strike is 355. And obviously, if there's decimals, you'll see it too. Or if not, it'll just carry on with more zeros. All right. So this example, obviously 355 strike. And then it's a BC. BC represents by the close. And then 6,000, that's the number of contracts that they're trading. And then we got 14 cents, which is how much they paid essentially to buy to close. All right. Now, a lot of people are asking what the various types are. So let's go through them. BC, buy to close. We just said that. S, sell. SS, short sale. What's the difference? Just think of the S as, selling the credit call spread portion, right? That long call that they sell a call, they buy a call. It's that call that they bought. They're selling it now. Now think of the SS as the new trade, right? This is the new covered call that they're opening. And it's, again, you can see the date, it changes. Okay, that's 2/2. That's for next week, right? Because obviously 15, this is today. So they closed a trade that closed today, and then they're opening it for next week, right? And then B for buy. And I believe that's it. That's actually all of the, the various indicators on the download. So again, BC, buy to close. S, sell. SS, short sell. B, buy. That's the end of it. If you're, again, this is for people. Someone did ask me this question, so I wanted to bring it up in the beginning because it's relevant, and it's relevant for everyone, to be honest. So hopefully that helped. If not, feel free to let me know. Okay, now we'll get to the trades. Thank you for your patience. All right, so let's see if Misty had trades. It's a Thursday, so I'm going to make you take a guess if they had trades. Yeah. Again, different type of trading going on. Let's see what we got. We got buy to close, buy to close. But again, see, it's not BC. I convert the BC to buy to close. This is so it's better for you guys visually, right? So you can see, okay, BC, what the hell is BC, right? No, don't worry about that. BC, buy to close, right? Anyway, Well, why isn't it BTC? Well, they don't want to confuse you with Bitcoin. All right, so buy to close 13 cents, buy to close 12 cents, 25 cents, 28 cents, 34 cents. So you see how cheap it is to close these positions. So what does that mean? Typically, that means they won their overall trade for the week on their covered call position. And then we got a few more down here. I think I woke up the little one again. You know, I don't know. Where the hell am I supposed to go, right? Anyway, buy to close 40 cents, 31 cents. So they won their trades. But you'll notice there's no new trades. There's no short sale. There's no SS, right? There's no selling calls in here. There's no green. The only green in here is the calls they sold for last week. And there's only one. So what they're doing is they're holding off, I guess, in case they would need to capture some upside. Because, yeah, there has been a recent little sell-off, I believe, on, well, Bitcoin and MSTR. I think it's something the government tweeted. I'm not really sure, but whatever. You'll see this in the holdings, though. So there's a lot of, as we say, uncappity-doodah. All right, so let's get to the Misty files. Open her. All right, so this is the Misty file. We have synthetic tabs. We have 5 of them, okay? So they have 5 synthetic positions. I'm not going to go through them. I'll show you them on the holdings. But again, if they made a trade on the synthetic position, I would add it to the appropriate one. So let's just go right to the weeklies tab and go from there. All right, so what do we got here? MSTR, they went down 4.35% yesterday. Again, they took quite the beating, which, yeah, that sucked. MSTY, yeah, they pretty much went down with it. They went down 4.16%, 1822 now, which, whatever, man. You know, it is what it is. A rough day in the office. 30-day IV, 53% yesterday. Check out today's 56, and look at this freaking beauty. I didn't even see this till now. What a beauty. 7-day, the forward 7-day, 72%. I like it like that. You know, unfortunately, it's probably up because of the sell-off, but hey, we'll take it, man. Get some volatility up in here for once. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to look at the trades that they actually closed yesterday and see how much we made. All right, so what do we got? 13 cents. All right, so we know they won their trade, so I'm just going to show you how much they made, all right, because we spent a lot of time already looking at some stuff there in the beginning. So they made in this bunch 4.3 million profit overall on their trade, on those trades. This bunch, they made 10.6 million. And then this one, they made 705,000. Okay. So, hey, not bad. Not a bad day in the office. And again, they're going to open new trades for next week today, I'm sure. So it's going to be a bunch of SSs for sure, you know, on the after hours. I look forward to those trades. The outstanding shares did decrease by 300,000 because again, Misty's, you know, it was blowing up. It's blowing up now. People, there's a little sell-off, so you know, people are getting worried, so they're selling off. You know, that's what happens. This is the stock market, right? Anyway, Misty. Here's the recap. Misty price 1822. MSTR price 372.94. Again, we went through the IVs, but they're beautiful. So let's go through them again. 30-day IV, 56%. 7-day IV, 72%. Outstanding shares, 291 mil, 250,000. Total net income, 31.9 mil. Total distribution, 11 cents. Total daily income, a whopping penny. Total daily yield, 0.04%. And if you annualize that, sucker, 13.74%. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. So now we're just going to go to, by the way, I was kidding. Now we're going to go to the MSTR funds to see how they're doing. All right. So MSTR, we said it went down 4.35%. Misty went down. Of course, we know that 4.16%. Let's see how Winter handled it. They went up 3.22%. Okay. Okay, Cletus. IMST, they went down, obviously, but not as much as Misty. They went down 4.14%. MST, unfortunately, went down a lot. Again, a lot of leverage. It's a big leverage play here. They went down 8.24%. So you can say ouchie for real, for real, for real. MS2, they went down 5.43%. Why? Well, again, they're about 125% leverage, right? And I believe, what is it? MSTW, they're what? They're, I think 120% leverage. I can't keep track anymore. But they went down 5.3%. And the winner is IMST. So good job, IMST. You did it. You did it. All right. Reaction. Yeah, that's pretty much what we saw yesterday for the most part. But, you know, it's okay. You know, a little red. Never hurt anyone. All right. Let's go to payment information. What do we got? We got synthetic income, 52.4 mil. Weeklies are producing 31.9 mil. That's a total net income of 84 mil or 29 cents per share. Now let's go check out the Rotometer action. We got the weeklies. We talked about it. 11 cents per share from just the weeklies. Extrinsic income, which is, again, I'm pretty much just capturing the opening credit, right? The opening expense, I'll say. 56 cents per share. And then they got the total income at 29 cents per share. Now the IVs. Okay, this is getting a little better here because the 30-day IV, okay, that would pay 79 cents if they based it on the 30. But the forward IV, which has increased to 72%, that would pay $1.01. So that's very nice. Again, we want to typically, you know, we do want to keep this over $1. We do. Let's be real here. So we're in deep down, we are greedy bastards, right? So good. Anyway, what about the gains, bruh? There are none. Like I said, we've been getting fat. Summer's ending. In fact, you know, look at this. We're in the negative. So yeah, our you know, beach bod is gone. So it's dwindling down there. All right, now we're going to check out the holdings. I did mention this before. We got synthetics. We got 5, right? 5. Are they underwater? Well, what's the MSTR price? It's over here, 372.94. Yeah, that's under basically all of them, right? The 410 is a disaster, right? It's a disaster. It's, you know, 196 mil that gold digger wants, and then a 305 mil this gold digger wants. So good Lord. And if MSTR is red today, then, I mean, we're going to have to start singing, "She take my money when I'm in need." Yeah. All right. That's enough for now, right? Because it is 6 a.m. after all. But the gold diggers are here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But that could turn around. That can. We got this. All right. Now check this a little bit. Just a little bit. When's the last time you seen 2 freaking trades? 2 covered call, 2 strikes. I mean, 2 open trades for the week. When's the last time you seen this? You don't. So again, this is Misty, believe it or not. This is not AMZ. This is Misty. 2 covered calls, 8 and 9% out of the money. Are they safe? I mean, probably, definitely. So if we look at the pre-market, come on, Cletus, move your ass up. I mean, it's down 0.16%. You know, we are ready. We are ready for upside capture, and we look red. But again, it's early. People still sleeping. They don't know what's going on. So maybe at the market open, we're going to make some bank. We hope. We'll see. Again, I don't freaking know. You guys know better than me. You're the Bitcoin people, right? You're the MSTR people. All right. So let's go down. Let's see what this fund is worth. Well, it's going down. It's worth 5.3 billion. The the assets under management, as they say. The NAV is 1823 and the trade price is 1822. Synthetic on the paper. Yeah, we're not going there. It's negative. It's very negative because, you know, there's gold diggers everywhere. She taking her money. All right, synthetic contracts, they did not change. They total 142,915. What did change is the total contracts that they are selling covered calls on, and that is 38,940. 27%. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? Do you believe in miracles? All right, so if you take 100% and you subtract from that, I should probably always have this here, right? So this is the uncapped duda. I'm not even worried about the 27% capped because we're, I guess I need a sip of water. because we're out of the money. We're 8 and 9% out of the money. So MSTR, MSTR, if it goes up 20% today, that would be perfect. It's not asking for a lot though, right? Anyway, we got to move on. Let's get moving here. So that's the Misty coverage. IMST, their holdings is not downloading. Not sure quite what's going on. Either they changed the format. I'll have to double check. But we'll look at it tomorrow. But, there's nothing to really talk about because they're definitely going to win their trades. Same thing here. MS2, again, MSTR, took a dumpster yesterday. So covered calls that expire on 8/15. These are all winners. MS2 as well. MST, I'm sure, again, but we'll cover that typically tomorrow. I didn't formulate this, but what do they got? A 9% out of the money. Yeah, they're they're good. MSTW, they don't sell covered calls, so they're just going to do what MSTR does, times, or we'll say plus 0.2%, right? Because they're 120% leverage or so. So yeah. Anyway, so that's it. That's the Misty coverage. Now we will jump into the other funds, starting with your boy T to the S to the L to the Y, because Tesla is nuts, just like us. Let's see. Here we go. All right. You ready? Are you ready? Boop, boop. Anyway, buy to close 14 cents. Hey, I could take that. Buy to close 22 cents. Buy to close 20. Yeah. We'll take it, man. We are winning. All right, so they did a buy to close, and unlike Misty, they opened covered calls right away. Look at this, 432 credit per share, 2.5 mil, just chilling, and then another 409. I'll take it. So overall for the day, TSLY, I'm sorry, bringing in 2.4 mil. Your annual salary right there. So look at that. All right, let's go to the TSLY files. And let's see what Tesla did yesterday. Tesla, they went down 1.13%. It is what it is. Tesla went down 0.77%. So, yesterday it was ugly, right? It was ugly. Was it midday? Midday was pretty ugly, right? And then I think it started recovering towards the end of the day. I got to take a sip of coffee. Cheers, by the way, all of you. I see 431 of you. Thank you for being here. Again, if you have some questions for the live stream, please try to hold them to the end. If you can make it that far. I know this is brutal. All right, Tesla, again, went down 1.13. Tesla didn't go down as much, so Tesla went down 0.77. Hey, we'll take it. We shall take it. All right, let's look at their synthetic position. It's a 290. It's a 295. It expires September 19th. Tesla is priced at 335. So this thing is worth some serious bankity doodah. So that's good. And we'll check out the numbers in a second. Covered calls for today. All right. Today's Friday. The font, the black font, the black font expires 8/15 being today. So how much do these cost to close? Well, they're 2%, 2%, and 3% out of the money. Right now, you can see here, price 88 cents, 55 cents, 36 cents. So if Tesla trades flat today, then all we can say is winner, winner, chicken freaking dinner. If you're wondering what the pre-market is, feel free to check it, or I'll do that for you because I am what the hell? We don't want this sucker. We want Tesla. Oh, stupid mouse. I swear, these mouse batteries they just die so easily. All right, so Tesla's not really moving. It's up 0.18%. So that's fine. So it's looking good for the rest of the covered calls for the week. Yeah, they open trades for next week, and that's the red font, but we're not going to really talk about them until tomorrow. All right, you ready for the value of the synthetic? It is 158 million. That is with the call and the put netted together. And that comes to $1.08 per share. Again, this is on paper, right? They didn't cash anything out. This is how much it's worth in the holdings. It's the value right now. Why do we care about that? Because they could pay some of that out. We know that. So that's a good, indicator. Plus to see how we're doing, man. How we doing? We making money? Anyway, The value of the fund is 1.1 bill. The NAV is 784. Trade price is the same. All right, 30-day IV, 7-day IV, all this IV. 30-day IV is 43%, 7-day IV 49%. So again, it's around the same, but whatever. IV estimates are around 27 to 30 cents. Income estimates in the negative. But we got, like we said, time, and they got that synthetic, in their back pocket. Group A declares in 19 days on September the 3rd. Oh no, back to school soon. Yay. All right. Here we go. Nvidia's up. All right, you ready for Nvidia? I'm sure. Again, I'm thinking everyone had trades. I did not look really, but okay. I'm using the keyboard. This is a bad idea. Probably. I'm just too lazy to use this stupid mouse. All right, Nvidia, how you doing? Buy to close, 11 cents. Yeah. All right, so they won that trade, and they opened a new one, and they made about, 1.4 mil up in her. So they netted a 1.1 mil in realized income yesterday. So nice chill, nice income day for Nvidia. Nvidia for the day, they went up 0.24%. Nvidia went down 4.63%. But why? Why? Well, again, yesterday was ex-dividend date, right? And Nvidia paid 80-cent dividend or something like that. So yeah, what do you expect, man? What do you expect, brah? So obviously, when they pay you, the day before they pay you, they have to take the money from somewhere, and that comes from the cash bucket, which is in the NAV. All right, so that's why it dropped. Again, just trying to explain. We need to understand there are newbies. There are new people to investing. By the way, if you are new to this channel or new to these funds, please let us know in the live chat right now. Just so I know there are new people. I have to remind myself when I'm explaining these funds and not just assume everyone knows what the hell I'm talking about. All right, so Nvidia, how you doing? They got a synthetic of 165 and a 170. How you doing? I'm doing great. You know why? Because Nvidia is at 182. All right, so that's some pretty sweetness right there. Now, what about the contracts? What do we got going on? Well, again, we're not worried about red. We're worried about black font and the blue. These are the covered calls, 185, 187.50. All right. So they are 1 and 3% out of the money. Are they safe? I don't know. I mean, you tell me. Well, let's look at the pre-market because that's what we do. I know a lot's going to change at the open, but let's check, man. It's important. Where the hell? There we go. All right. It's down 0.24%. All right. So again, we're looking fine, man. We're looking fine. So let's check out the value of the fund. 1.8 bill. It's approaching that 2 bill still. It's going to get there. The NAV is 1707. Trade price is the same. Synthetic on paper, 160 mil. That's the value. That is the value of it. And then if you share with the other suckers that own the fund, $1.45 per share it's worth. All right, let's look at the IVs here. All right, the 30-day IV, 42%. Oh, okay. What about the 7? It's lower, unfortunately. It's 39%. But whatever, the IV estimate varies from 56 to 52%. Income estimate has not been updated. We will update it. I don't know why my child is banging on this floor, but hopefully all is well. Group B declares in 26 days on September the 10th. All right, because again, they just declared. Happy payment day, by the way, for Nvidia shareholders, because you're making some bank. Well, PLTY's really making bank. You're just making, half a bank, right? Kind of bank, bro. All right, up next, your boy. CONY heads in the house. If you're a CONY head, you got to scream CONY. All right, so let's go to the trades. Again, this is the download of the intraday trades. It just looks pretty. We like the black font. It's easy to look at, I think. I don't know what you guys think. You guys don't give me any feedback anymore. I just assume all is well if I don't hear positive or negative feedback, right? All right, so what do we got going on here? Buy to close 21 cents, buy to close 22 cents. Yeah, that's a winner. Winner, chicken freaking dinner. And then they're selling new calls for next week. How much they making? A little bit of bank there. They made about 1.5 mil for the day. So you know how it is. All right, let's go to the file and see, like, I mean, how did coin do yesterday? Do we know? It's very important. All right, let's see. Coinbase, they went down 0.65%. Does anyone use Coinbase, by the way? I always used to love Coinbase, but man, oh man, their fees. Ooh-wee. Anyway, CONY went down 0.54%. Okay, we'll take that day in the office. Again, coin, recently took a beating. I still expect them to, rise and shine at some point. But let's take a look at their synthetic suckers. They're at 320. Okay, that's chill. That's chilling. And coin is at 324. Perfect. And these two synthetics are both 320 and they expire next month and the month after. So again, time is on our side. Yes, it is. All right. Then we're selling calls. Do they expire today? Yes, 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 and yes. Okay. And then they got some for next week, but we don't care about next week. We're not living the future yet. We're looking at today. Are we safe? Well, the lowest strike is 325. It's 0.03% out of the money. Is that safe? No. No. Although we did not even look at pre-market. Pre-market coin could be tanking for all we know, right? Something could be going on. Let's see. Oh, this stupid thing. Oh no, it's green. It's up 0.5%. It's at 326.50, which is above the lowest strike price. So that could be in the money. In fact, it is in the money right now. And then these others are out of the money. Again, close, so 0.8%, 2%, 4%, and 6%. So they are still scattered. Are they safe? I don't know, man. I don't know. We got to see how the day goes. We got to see when they close it. We got to see this, that, and the other thing. Because that's the other thing, the timing of when they close the positions. We hope it works out, right? We just hope it all works out. All right. So the value of the CONY fund, 1.3 bill. The NAV is 748, and the trade price, 747. Is that good? Sure. Whatever. Synthetic bailout. What do we got? We got 30 mil. That comes to 17 cents per share. That's not bad. That's not bad. We'll take something. We'll take all we can get. Now, this is a beautiful thing. Just like MSTR, their 7-day IV is rolling. So their 30-day IV is 56%. Their 7-day IV is 70%. So that will put the IV estimate anywhere from 32 to 41 cent. When do they declare? Unfortunately, it's next week, and we have a negative income estimate. So what are we banking on getting paid? Like I said, guys, don't expect anything fantastic. 41 cents. If we look at that, that's a 70% yield, really, right? It's going to be around there. So just brace yourself, man, unless coin flies to the freaking moon today. But we'll see, man. We'll see. All right, we'll do the guesstimate on the Sunday morning. We'll go live. We will be live. All right, so anyway. Let's look at SMCY. Why? Because we are the SMCY suckers. Oh no, they had a crap load of trades. All right, are you ready? You know what? I'm taking a sip of coffee. How about that? Cheers again. By the way, we are live. There's 585 of you on YouTube and X. If you want to help out and let people know about this, you can on X, you can retweet it, or what do they call it? Repost it now. And then on YouTube, of course, you could just share the link. You could repost the link as well on your YouTube. So feel free to do that. When you repost it on X, I do see that you repost it. So, I'll pull that up as a thank you every time you guys do that. So, again, there's a lot more people on X actually watching than YouTube, surprisingly. So, come on, X people. I see you out there. Repost, baby. Come on. Show some love, Cletus. Alexander for the win. Look at that. Good job. Thank you very much. All right. I got to start asking, people to do that more often because I always forget We're on Twitter as well, or X, sorry. All right, so how you doing, SMCY suckers? They did a buy to close 4 cents. Yeah, that's chump change, brother. And then another one, 10 cents. Good. 3 cents. Good. 4 cents. Good. 4 cents. Good. All right, we won our trades. We won all of our trades. I mean, nothing more to say. We made some bank, bro, up in her. You know, how much did we make? About $2.9 million yesterday, one day. Again, fantastical. So let's go to the file and see how we did, how the price movement was. All right, so what do we got here? Well, SMCI, they went down, right? They went down 1.28%. SMCY, they went down 0.71%. How? That's okay. That's okay. Didn't go down as much, so that's good. That's good, Cletus, right? All right, so now where are we going? Well, we're going to look at the synthetic. Let's see how the synthetic's doing. Well, unfortunately, on SMCY, you don't want to look at their synthetic. They got a 60. They got a 60, and it is not doing good. You know, the gold digger, she won 43 mil. The 45 is at the money, so that's good. But the 60, man, she take my money. I mean, that's a gold digger, right? This for sure. What does the dude have? The dude's down here. He's got 1.3 mil. When I'm in need. Yeah, he's in need, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's... Oh, I may have to sing the whole song tomorrow for this one. Unless SMCI goes up, by the way. So we shall check the pre-market. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. All right, let's see. SMCI. You know what movie that's from, by the way? Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. All right, let's see. Come on. Boom. Super microcomputer in the pre-market, it is down 0.04%. So it's just chilling. It's flat. Oh, crap. I forgot to put the garbage out. Whoops. Wait. Oh, my wife did it. Sweet. Thank God. All right. Anyway, sorry about that. What the hell are we talking about? Synthetic. Let's see. 60. Yeah. I mean, again, it's a gold digger. If SMCI don't move tomorrow, you're getting the whole song. All right. Remind me. All right. How's their latest covered call doing? Let's see. 48 strike, 5% out of the money. All right. All right, Cletus. Come on. Come on. Yeah, we need some upside today. We can handle it. Even though, yeah, we have positions open for next week already. Let's just focus on this week. All right. And let's be happy. All right. Let's scroll down. The value of the SMCY fund, 331 mil. The NAV, 1697. Trade price, 1702. A little gap there. Whatever. Synthetic on paper. Yeah, man, it's negative, right? That's why we saying gold digger. All right, let's check out these IVs. These are beauties. 30-day IV, 56%. 7-day forward IV, 77%. IV estimate looking between 74 cents up to $1.01. However, income estimate does reflect $1.75. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Show me the money. That would be 133% yield. So bring it. Bring it. All right. Anyway, Group D declares in 12 days on August 27th. All right. So that is the coverage on SMCY. And now we talk about the PLTY posse. That's right. You know who. You know who. You know what's up. All right. So let's see what kind of trades they got. We got to scroll. Scroll. All right. Wow. They got a lot of trades too. Buy call, sell put, sell call. All right. So they're adding to their synthetic, selling covered calls. But let's take a look at this. Buy to close. What are they closing? They're closing a 187.50, and the stock price was what? 181. Obviously, that's a winning trade. They paid 30 cents. Chump change. This one, they paid 16 cents, even higher strike. So they made about $208,000 yesterday trading. All for fun, right? Just hanging around, just making about 208K just for fun. All right. So now, where are we going? Well, we're going to see what we look like here. But first, let's see how Palantir did yesterday. The one-day movement, Palantir, they went down 1.85%, and PLTY went down a lot. But what did they pay you? They paid you a lot. So obviously yesterday was ex-dividend date for the PLTY fund. So yeah, the cash left the account, and today it's in your account. So congratulations. So you're making freaking bank, bro, today. You are freaking loaded. You are loaded with that PLTY distribution in your account. So I'm sure you're going out tonight. Anyway, the synthetic on the paper, what are we worth? What are we worth? 140. Well, the strike is 140. What are we worth? We'll get into that in a second. The Palantir price is at 181. We do want to see the pre-market, right? I think we do. How we doing? Let's see. Here we go. Palantir, barely moving. It's up though. It's up 0.15%, 181.29. Okay. So is that safe? The covered call safe? Well, it's going to be a close race. They are 2 and 3% out of the money. So again, we'll see how it goes. They got some trades for next week, just chilling. We'll get into those tomorrow. All right. So now, what's the value of the PLTY fund? Is it a bill yet? No, it's at 663 mil. The NAV is 68.62. Trade price around the same. Synthetic on the paper is worth 152 mil. Do you know how much that's worth per share? 15.77. So all I could say is yeah. All right, 30-day IV, 46%. Forward IV is about the same. So again, we're looking at an IV estimate next time of 243 and 245. But like I said earlier or previously, they're man, you're probably getting $5 payments throughout the rest of the freaking year, fiscal year, that is. Anyway, their next declaration is a while. Just enjoy your $7 distribution. All right. Hey, Scott, how's it going? Well, thank you for being here. Appreciate that. We said nothing but kind things, so don't worry, right? We need MSTR to go uppity-doo-dah today. Uppity-doo-dah, and then things will look pretty. Anyway, declaration date is September 10th. All right. Now, before we get into my options trades, because again, it's all about me, right? We're going to look at ULTY trades. So what did they do yesterday? Again, yesterday was what? August 14th. They made some trades. Again, the breakdown I'm not doing the details. I can't do it. I can't do it. ETF Inspector will. And I'll always tell you guys to go to him if you want the detailed coverage of ULTY. But I'll give you a little something, right? So again, they're just trading in and out, Mara, Firm. I'm just looking at the big ticket here. You know, nothing. Ooh, Reddit took a beating. Expense of 3.8 mil on that one. Looks like they're synthetic. Well, no, the covered calls, sorry, and some of their synthetic. Boof. SMR made us 5.8 mil, so that's good. But in the end, we actually made about $1 mil for the day, which is pretty good, right? Actually, you know, since Scott is here, let's see if ULTY has those trades at the top. I don't know what they are. I'm hoping they do. They do not. Scott, you know where the numbers are at the top? What the hell are those numbers? We don't have them today, but when there's no ticker and there's just like numbers, should we care about that? I don't know what that is. All right, but anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep this coverage moving or lose it, buddy. All right, let's go to the ULTY holdings. How you doing? What are they holding? Let's go to the top. All right, so again, we got some formula errors. That's okay. We'll fix that later. Big, you know, nothing new so far. What I could tell, Coinbase, Webull, little bond action there. Robinhood. There's some Reddit. Super micro nerdy computer. Upstart. You know, nothing. Again, we got Target in here. Again, did they have earnings? I don't even know. I should know, but I don't get to watch freaking anything anymore. But yeah, if they did, how'd they do? I don't know. Maybe they have earnings. Well, I doubt it on a Friday, but yeah, nothing new. And the value of the ULTY fund, if you're wondering, is $3.3 billion. All right. Are they catching Misty? Yeah, they're catching Misty. Oh, they did have earnings. Okay. Thank you, brother. See, someone's got my back here. Anyway, so that's the coverage on all of those, degenerate, right? YieldMax funds, right? The fun YieldMax funds. Now we're going to talk about options. So options, you guys, this is more fun, right? Doing your own options trades, isn't it? Isn't it? If you don't do options trading yourself, what are you waiting for, man? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? All right. Anyway, so how is my Misty covered calls doing? Well, the current price sits at 1822. Pre-market is, I don't know, man. I guess I'll pull it up. Pre-market Misty, how you doing? It's at 1824. It's up 0.11%. All right. So if we go back to the options file, my 18 is in the money. My 19 and 20 they're out of the money. But again, these expire August 29th. Plus, we have an ex-dividend date before that. So it will drop by approximately $1 anyway, right? Before then. So ideally, these shares will not get called away unless MSTR flies to the moon, which we also want. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. I know. I need to do it. I need to do the whiteboard. I need to be a teacher here. I'll do it. I do it, Donnie. Just remind me. All right. So anyway, what are we looking at here? TSLL. Let's see how we did yesterday. Well, as you saw, Tesla was red yesterday. So when it's red, I'm selling a put. I don't know about you guys. I'm selling puts when we're red. I'm selling calls when we're green. And I'm pretty much keeping it that simple, right? Of course, it matters if we're at all-time highs. It matters, where Tesla has been trading over the past month or so. Yes, all that matters. I get it. But to keep it simple, red, sell put. Green, sell call. So yesterday was red. I sell call. I sell put. So what did I do? I sold a put that expires. Again, I'm doing further dated now because it helps me be a little more safe, I'll say, on the strike prices. I don't have to be as aggressive, as much as a degenerate as I used to be. So the price at the time was $12.68. I sold a put at $10, 21% out of the money. You would consider that safe normally. However, this is a double leverage fund on Tesla. Again, this is for TSLL. The delta on that was 0.14. Again, under 0.2, I consider pretty safe. That's just me, though. Who the hell am I? Premium per share, 27 cents. And that paid a premium, again, 100 shares per contract. I paid a premium of $27. So that yielded me, again, on an annualized basis, 33%. Is that good? It's good enough. Again, I try to yield fitty, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. All right, so that's for TSLL. What do I have expiring today? Again, today is an expiration date. Today is 8/15. What do I got? I got a put, I got a call, and they both have the same strike, 12 and 12. So where is TSLL trading at this very freaking moment? Let's go take a look. Okay, TSLL right now, it's green, it's up, and it's at 1262. What does that mean? That means my call is in danger of getting assigned. So if I don't do anything today and we close where we're at, this will get assigned, which basically means I'm selling my shares at $12 a piece, and I collect $1,200. Good deal, right? And then the put, again, since it's above 12, this will expire worthless, and I'll get back $1,200 for the put because that's collateral I put up. So I'll get $2,400 cash money, baby. We'll take it, baby. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So, I see a question. I should probably keep a better eye on the LA. I like options, but also I'm a little lazy. Oh, you're also working all day too. So thank you, Scott. Did he leave? Did Scott leave? He don't like watching my options, does he? All right, so he's probably like, what the hell is this guy doing? Anyway, let's see. I did have a question. Brother had a question. Will the coaching sessions further? No, definitely not, especially since I don't really have any. People, I think I'm starting to realize people would rather just do not one-on-ones, but more so like group things. So I'm thinking about like a group session. and doing that, like a group whiteboard session with options on audio, right? We'll have a Q&A, and I'll make it reasonable, and then, but you'll have to agree that I can record it for, to post it on YouTube. But it won't be live, right? It'll be like our time. I don't know. But that way there's no interruptions. I don't know. You guys will let me know what you think about that. Maybe 10 people or so. Appreciate you, Scotty Too Hottie. I love that we still call him that. Oh, there he is. There he is. All right. Oh, good to see you, man. He's chilling before his busy ass work day. Friday. I'm sure Friday's the worst day. Just like Mondays are our worst day, Fridays is his worst day. Although Friday sucks for me because I still have to do the trades, but not as many as him. All right, so group would be fun. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm thinking one-on-ones. It's not a big, people aren't dying to do that. So, again, we'll figure it all out. All right, so what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do you do? What do you say? So again, we got the 212s, and I don't care. I don't care what Tesla does today. Goes up, goes down. I really don't give a crap. Again, that's why we play it both ways. So as I stand, am I going to roll this call? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't, I have to think about it. I'm probably going to roll it. I always say I don't know, and I roll everything because I just want to collect. I just want income. I just want that premium, man. Give me that premium, bro. So that's all that's expiring today. Everything else expires in the future. So we'll keep an eye out for that. And again, I got 800 shares of TSLY that I'm holding, and all 800 have covered calls. All right. Also, if you're curious about my cost basis, I know I don't talk about that a lot. It's $16.21 per share. All right. However, if you take the premium into consideration, I've made $5,000 in premium on this wheel so far. And that drops it down to $12.52 per share. So it doesn't mean I'll sell calls, at $12.52 or 13, right? It depends. I'm selling calls everywhere. I'm not really, thinking about all that. So, but again, we can get into that detail in another video. Let me just jump to TNA. TNA, again, they were red yesterday as well. I sold a put, of course, red day, sell put, right? Sell put, sell put, sell put. So what do I do? What do I do? I sold a put. It was at 38.56. I sold a put at 34. 11% out of the money. Delta 0.16. Again, pretty, right? So pretty. And how much did I get paid? 52 cents per share, or 52 bucks. That yielded me 37%. You could tell by the yield that it's safe. Although, people think about people in the outside world, not used to all this. A 37% yield on your money. Could you imagine? You try to explain this to the everyday person, like options trading, how much money can really be made, even just being a seller. I know buyers can make even more money, but they can lose money too. The seller, man, though, what a side to be on. I love it, man. And I love it. And that is why I just, anyway, that's why I preach it. That's what I meant to say. So that gets added to now the 829. So now look, I got to call it 34 and I got to put it 34 for the 829. What will happen? Don't know. Don't care. I mean, I kind of care. I don't want the market to tank. I know everyone says, yeah, it'll tank. Yeah, maybe a little bit, not horrendously. But all right, so that's the update. Oh, sorry, I do have 815s. I have to see what TNA is doing today. I'll get to the comments in a second. Sorry, I know you guys been chatting. All right, TNA, where the hell did it go? All right, it's up. Again, it went down yesterday, finally, but it's only up 0.7%. It's at 38.87. What do I got going today? I got 2 covered calls, all right? I didn't roll the 35. No, I probably should have rolled that yesterday, unless I just let it go. I don't know. We'll see. But I got 2 covered calls. The 35 is obviously in the money. The 41 looks to be safe, so that'll expire worthless. When this expires worthless, what happens is it opens up the 100 shares, and then I could sell covered calls again on it next week. So if Monday's super green, perfect. Also, I could roll this. Today, but I typically don't do that because I want to take advantage of possible upside. Again, Mondays, I always feel like Mondays are more green than not. Fridays are red. I don't know. That's how I feel lately. But again, what the frig do I know? But again, on the 35, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll roll it. Maybe I won't. But since I did sell puts, obviously my balance is going to change, and how much, my actual cash position is going to change. All right, so my cost basis on TNA, that's what I wanted to show you. If you're wondering, is 35.46. I have made $6,000 so far from this wheel, and my net cost basis after premium is and distributions $30.78. All right, so not bad at all. Again, this is I think I'm doing a little better on TNA, but TNA has been coming up a lot, so not a bad wheel. Again, I'm tracking the wheel from my first put. Keep that in mind, all the way until the last call gets assigned. So that's the idea behind it now. Okay, for the week, what are we at? Again, this is for the 8/15. Let's see how much we made so far. We have made $457 for the week. My goal was 224. Obviously, I've exceeded it by 232. So I have a surplus so far for this month, $870. So again, that's good. But, at the same time, I don't need to be making trades if I don't need it. I'm making trades if it makes sense. And that's it. I'm not pushing anything. I'm not forcing anything. All right. Okay. So now let's, I'm going to get to some comments, and then I'll update my balance if you guys are just curious. I didn't even know I put that comment up. But Scott, you're making Z-Dubs blush. All right. So what do we got? Agree. We learn. Yeah, exactly. See, Sunita knows. I'm thinking 10 people. Video question. How do I get the headers on your sheet? What sheet? I'm not sure what you're asking. The option sheet's in the Discord. Just got into work. The yip yap parts are fun for the fun. Yeah. Tell some people don't enjoy it though. They're grouchy. All right. Oh, you're talking about retire abroad's spreadsheet, not mine. Okay. All right. This is a new name. Dividend compounders with cheese. Look at that name. Man, that sounds like a YouTube name too. I just put in buy orders for ULTY. Noise. Oh no, you're going on vacay? What, you can't listen on vacay? I'll watch when I get Wi-Fi. Oh, might not have Wi-Fi. Okay. All right. We'll hold off on that the options group meeting then. Okay, let's keep going. What do we have? I'm trying to scroll through the comments. Yes, enjoy your vacation. 2 weeks is nice. How are ULTY priced down when everyone's buying? Well, people buying a fund has nothing. It's not going to, bump up the price, right? It's an ETF. You get in the NAV, right? ULTY will go up when the underlying holdings go up that it holds. ULTY is not going to go up because people are buying into the stock. All right, let's see. Comment and share. Brother knows. Holy maniac, brother. You're supposed to be waiting until 40,000. All right, let me update my balance first, and then I'll think about it. All right. Let me see. Again, this is assuming people care. I do this as the assumption that people care about my options journey. If you do, let me know, and I'll check the comments after this. All right, so I'm just going to update my balance. This is, again, my options trading account. The balance has gone down. Again, yesterday was red, 54,387.09. And then we got what? Available cash, 12,282.09. It went up a little bit because why? Well, we got some premium action in there, right? We traded some options. All right, so what about pending puts? We sold 2 puts yesterday, so this number is going to go up, and it went up to 8,700. So now my actual cash after the puts is only 3,500. That's nothing. 6%. 6%. That again, so that I may decide to let it all get assigned, right? Let it all get assigned and get some more cash in the cash bucket. All right. So what about margin? How much margin do I have? Did it go down? Yes, it did, right? It went down to 19,560.09. So now that's all I can borrow. That's all I can withdraw. Again, as long as it's above 1,300, which that comes out in the first of every month, then I'm good. All right. First is coming up, right? 16 days away, or maybe 17. All right. What about the margin for the trading I do? All right. That's 65. Well, it would help if I had the right screen. 65,202.8. So that went down as well. Again, red day. What can you do? What can you do? So that's the update there. Again, let me get to some comments, and then we'll maybe we'll talk about hoo-wee. All right. So new to your group, new to the group in your sheet. What's your estimated dividend payout for what? Dividend payout for what? I'm not sure which fund. All right. Last year I saw 38 lines. Yeah, no thank you for that. Where the hell are you going? Oh my goodness. All right. If people aren't subscribing, why do you hold it against the loyal people that wake up at 33? That's true. That's a good point. I don't know. I try to make it fun. Don't ruin the fun. All right, Mr. Rod L. It's because your name is Rod, you know. But yeah, do you post your option plays at the server? Not really. I just don't have the time. I'm thinking about doing that on like X sooner or later. Let's see. By the way, great interview with Mike from YieldMax. Thank you. No, there was a good time. Kind of like unreal, you know, seeing him on like TV all these years, and then like interviewing him. It's just, you know, it's weird. It's weird, but it's awesome. You know, I had a blast. All right, so I'm gonna keep going to the comments, and then maybe we'll cover some Hoi. You know, make Rod sweat it out. All right, you're learning. Good. That's good to hear. All right. I know you do options. I've seen your videos. All right, let's see. Hoo-wee, hoo-wee. Estimated dividend payout for Misty. Again, we're thinking around $1 right now. So we'll leave it at that. We don't really have a true estimate though. Yeah, everyone's got to subscribe to Retire Abroad. Okay. Okay. Even you, Scott. All right. Let's see. Sadly, I have to get to work. Have a great payday, everyone. Serenity. Yeah, let's talk about this options thing. Let me know if you're in. All right. Let's see. It will be nice if you post it somewhere just for knowledge. Yeah, the problem is like, I don't know. Again, I'll talk about that another time. So let's go look at Hui before Rod L yells at me. All right, so let's see if they had trades first. Yes. Again, ignore the color coding that was from the previous day. So we'll just unhighlight that. Buy call, sell put, sell. Let me unhide. Sorry for leaving that. I gotta remember to hide the comments once I post it. All right. So new money into the fund, adding to this synthetic position. Synthetic, what, 105? Okay. Buy to close 8 cents. That's a 120. Obviously, Robinhood's at 110. So that's a winner. 10 cents. That's a win. What else? And then buy to close 10 cents, buy to close 9 cents. So they made about 1.2 mil yesterday. So that's pretty sweet. So that's not bad, man. That's not that bad. All right. So now let's go look at the holdings. All right. Because that's what we do. Because we want to know, is the synthetic making bank, bro? Or does it have gold digger, you know, all over it? So their synthetic is what, a 105. So let's not highlight the cash. Let's highlight that synthetic right there. And let's go to the bottom and see where the action is. All right, so the value of the fund is 228 mil. Hui is worth what? The NAV is 7031. Hood is 110. What did we say the synthetic was? I already forgot. Oh, it's a 105. Okay, so yeah, not bad. It's doing well. Synthetic. Well, this is not picking up the right field anyway, so we got to pick up 20. There you go. All right, synthetic on the paper, it's worth about 13.5 mil. That is outstanding shares. Totals 3.2 mil, so that comes to an income of 413 per share. If they paid that, that would be a 76% yield. All right. I think to the right, I did put some columns in. Yeah, so I am slowly prepping for the future Hui coverage, as you can see. Obviously, the 822, these are for next week. But the calls for this week, 3 and 11% out of the money. So that looks to be good. So you're welcome. Free Hui coverage. See? Free? I didn't wait for 40,000. Look at that. Look at that. All right. So let me catch up on the comments and maybe we'll just call it a day. You're welcome. Hey, Mark, I need your help with your group coaching program. Let me know. Okay. Yeah, let's are you on Discord? Are you on Discord? I don't know. I don't know how to communicate with you guys. Maybe I'll do a post actually on YouTube. Thanks for waiting on the group options tutorial till I return. No problem. I'm not ready anyway. But yeah, enjoy your vacay. Let's see. LA's leaving us. All right, fine. By the way, Monday morning, you're gonna see LA Appliance on video at 6 a.m. We're gonna interview him. And I say we, that includes you guys. You know, I expect on these Monday interviews, I want full community, involvement. All right. Because I don't have enough questions. You guys know me. I don't prepare for anything. I just do it. So I'll need full. That's why I like the live videos and the community interviews. It's full participation usually. I'm thinking of investing in Hui, says Nikki. Thanks for the work and your voice comedy. You're welcome. All right. So looking forward to Monday interviews. Me too. Hopefully I can handle it mentally, right? There's more. Because mentally between work and this, it's been a lot. Send us a reminder for what? Okay, gotta let the dogs out. Who let the dog? All right, so is that it? Are we done? Are we done? Are we done? I think we are. Nah, for real. All right, guys. Yeah, more to come on that coach. We'll call it the group coaching options program. And this is for the people that maybe don't want to be on a one-on-one, but would be better in a group setting. Plus, obviously, it'll be much cheaper. But if you are interested in one-on-one options coaching, or not just options, like anything, anything that you think I'd be worth the damn, feel free to set up the appointment. I put the link. I posted it on my YouTube yesterday to the public, and you guys will. It's up to you. If you want to do the group thing, maybe I'll set it up and I'll do it first for the people that are here in the mornings. But we'll have to get, I need your contact info somehow. Monday interview. Yeah, they're posted actually. They're the next 3, I think, are already up there. So, you'll see them. They're up there. And I think actually my next 3, LA Appliance Monday. I think the next Monday is Will Rind from Granite Shares. And then the next Monday is British Hodl. So that's the lineup. Unless, things could change. But Monday interviews will be fun for you. You like to chat and you're curious. That's all you need. Look at that. See, Sunita's my best friend. She's always giving good feedback here, whether she means it or not, right? All right. Yes. I'm not sure. Yes for probably the group thing. Yeah, we'll think. I gotta think about this Look out for a post, peoples. All right, great. You're welcome. All right, so I think that's it, man. So let's do the closeout, right? Let's do the closeout. All right, so I'll keep up pre-market while we do the closeout. Because what? As always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and this video is for fun and entertainment. So I hope you had fun. I hope you were entertained, right? I hope so. If not, come back tomorrow. Tomorrow, you'll definitely be entertained, I think. But no, for real, obviously, anything I cover, it's just informational purposes. It's just entertainment, right? Do your own research, brother. All right. Anyway, you've organically created a strong community. Appreciate you. Thank you, brother. No, you guys are freaking awesome, man. I mean, because this is not your typical coverage. Plus, you know, I make noises, I sing, you know, but again, the hope was people would eventually like what I'm doing, and it works, right? Whether I cover YieldMax, whether I talk about my own options, I just wanted to get people to, you know, follow my channel and basically enjoy the journey, and hopefully I can educate here and there too. So I appreciate all you guys, for real, for real. Remember, I'm a guy that records on a phone in a garage. All right, and now I even have the man, the myth, the legend watching my channel. So what does that say? I mean, obviously I'm greatly honored and appreciative of all you guys. But you know, if you enjoy this content, please hit the like button, you know, on here or on X. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. But to be honest, I try to get to them unless they're long. I appreciate if you guys see comments with questions and you can answer them. Feel free, man. Feel free. I always appreciate when you guys answer other people's questions. It's a huge help. But what else? What else? That's it, man. That's it. Again, you know, tomorrow video, obviously close out trades to the Saturday. Sunday video, guesstimates. I will have some more videos on covering some different funds, so look out for that. Maybe one a week. And then what? And then Monday morning, 6 a.m., I'm going to have a guest. If I don't have a guest, it's still going to be a morning show, right? And we'll just shoot the shit, per se, right? We're just going to have fun, man. If we have a guest, and then we just ask them questions, right? So it's going to be freaking awesome. I'm telling you that right now. Hopefully, I just got to make sure I'm awake, you know, because usually Mondays I'm popping, I'm like, blah, but I got to be awake, obviously, in respect for the, you know, the guests. All right, I'm going to end it here. I think that's it. So we got to get to the keywords. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, you got to say the keyword. I got to get my ass to the gym, actually. I'm already over. What are we on? We're an hour, 8 minutes, and I was late as it was. So what's the keyword today, guys? Whoever's here. Is it group session, right? I don't know. You guys tell me. I got to remember who was interested. Actually, before we go, if you guys are still here and you're interested in that group options thing, let me know. I think what I'm going to write down, Sunita and Pilot, right? Are you interested in the group session? Say, yes, I am interested in the group session, because I'm going to write you down now. I don't know how the hell I'm going to get a hold of you, but I'm hoping you're on X or whatnot. All right, anyway, yeah, we'll make that a keyword. So the keyword today, if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, actually, yeah, in the keyword, don't just write group session. Write group session, nay, if you're not interested in doing the group session, or group session, yay or yes, I'm interested, and then I'll take it from there. All right, sound good? That's much easier for me, because then at least it'll be in the comments, not the live comments, because the live comments, obviously, they go away unless I rewatch the freaking video. All right, so we'll do that. All right, thank you all for being here. Hopefully everyone has a great day. I'm off work. Hallelujah. Hope everyone else is, but if not, let's get through it, man. You got this. You got it. You got it. Again, type that group session yes or no in the comments, not the live comments. Well, you can do it now too, but I'm talking about the comments after the video as well, so I know. All right, I'm out of here. Have a great day. Later.